Starting up on Cash, it's going to be FaZe on the defense. And it's going to be Renegades, the T side, which sometimes we see actually the more favorite side on Cash. This is, this is such a funny map to me for FaZe, just because with the players they have, this feels like it should just be a pure death match for them to just destroy everyone. And if you remember, it was kind of funny to watch it because this is the first time Guardians actually played this map was in this lineup because NaVi always banned it.
Yes.
And he's really come into his own on it. Like, he's learned how to op very, very well. Now he's pushing the B bomb site, getting all the information, shrinking the map down for his team. There's going to be 3 players at this A bomb site very quick.
Olaf getting in position to help out Nico, but he doesn't need that much help apparently. Does get 2 quick headshots. Jacob with the double in return, so that's not bad at all. The bomb will go down. Karrigan on 1 health from that Gushin. Jacob now finding the kill finally on him, making it a triple. And making the retake really tricky. Guardian is coming in with a big flank. If he gets caught, then it's pretty much round over for FaZe. Trying to get it done, but JKS will shut him down. And as you can tell, Rain just has 3 different angles. He's trying to get close to minimize some of them, but yeah, they are pretty much on him. Hasn't reloaded yet. 4 bullets left. There's 1 headshot. And he almost could have got that second one. A little bit scary, but Renegades win the pistol.
Oh, Nico is so close to just shutting that pistol round down. There's so few players who aim the way that Nico does with the USP. It's really, really fun to watch. Picking 2 players essentially out of the sky. But 1-0 for Renegades, a really nice pistol round. Just very basic, very standard, and do a really good job of getting kills entering into the bomb site. After they took care of Nico, it was a clean sweep. Huge impact for Jacob in that round with the opening 3 kills that allows him to take the bomb site. Scout purchased up by Nifty. Double nade out towards highway box. Not going to... Well, does hit Karrigan down to 56.
Yeah, he didn't have any armor either, so they weren't the best of grenades, in other words. But whatever, not a big investment, obviously. And Nifty will take care of Rain. That's a kill.
That was a push towards the B bomb site. Nifty's just far back in T-spawn watching for that. So nothing crazy going on, but punishing some kind of aggression, some kind of information that FaZe is trying to get. 3 Deagles still on the board, so some danger. The Renegades very slow to move about the map, waiting for the response. And actually, I think they might miss it, depending on if Olafmeister continues to push up towards the B bomb site. He could flank all the way around. No one's watching it at the moment. That's a nice shot from Karrigan to open things up. Deagle right onto the face of Jacob.
Yeah, turning around, thinking that was going to be a flashbang, but it is just a smoke for that center. Now Karrigan trying to get the pick on them. Could maybe do it. Olafmeister is also sneaking up still, as you were pointing out. Slow push has been working at it. JKS is getting a little bit paranoid. That Molotov, though, is going to be great in the back corner. Trying to open it up as Nico with a headshot. Olafmeister, AK-47 kill on JKS. And now it's Asa and Nifty. They got to win away back. That's one hell of a flick. Full-on spray right to Karrigan's face. How is it that quick? The MAC-10 making it work. And they're waiting for the bomb plant. They really want the kill here. Make it a 1 versus 2. And Nico's going to go down. Really patient play coming out right now for Renegades. Trying to not make any more mistakes in this round. You have to appreciate that. And now Olafmeister 1 versus 2. He has the AK, he has the armor. And oh, that's a nice pick off on Nifty. Trying to jump back. Didn't realize Olaf was that far off. And now Azza. He's got the triple, and Olaf does not have a kit. It's going to be a lone defuse. And that's not bad at all. But he still goes down. The MAC-10, it worked for him the first time. Olaf shaking his head, wondering, how did I win that?
Did Nifty jump into the side of the quad boxes? Is that what kept him out in the open for that extra half second?
Yeah,
he
did.
Oh, it's a bummer. And Olaf, I mean, with the armor, the MAC-10 not doing as much damage as they would have liked at that range. He had a beautiful flank, finds a great timing. I'm wondering if, I'm assuming that was the AK-47 picked up off of whoever Karrigan killed, that he covered, and was able to get that kill on the JKS. So
I think so.
That Karrigan kill at the beginning, coming back to haunt Renegades later on. They could have invested some into this round on the Renegade side because Azza has enough money for an AK-47. But a great return from FaZe. Now all 5 players of Renegades towards the B bomb site. 1 flashbang, perhaps just to pop through the smoke. And here it comes. Rain is to the right with the M4, dodges the flashbang. Him and Guardian line up 3 kills very quickly. And it's all over just like that.
It's a bit of a massacre going on out there. Yeah. No real chance. But fair enough, Renegades. I mean, they did just have nothing really to work with. So they're going to be buying into this round.
Yeah, I mean, they don't buy anything, and part of that is, you know, I mentioned Ozzy could have bought the AK-47. He just chooses to full save with a flashbang and drops an AWP over to Nifty, so that's where his economy went to. And they all have AK-47s, even though they're light on some utility, 4 flashbangs, 4 smokes, and a Molotov. You can still do some work with that, especially if you're going to give time over to Nifty to try and find a pick with the AWP.
And that's a weapon they currently have in play that FaZe don't, so maybe you could get an advantage early on. Double peek, though, from FaZe into A main. Always a good idea, but usually the T's will be close enough that they'll sort of hear you running around in there, so sticking around forever is not usually a good idea.
This is crazy, though. This is wild. Renegades, 3 players in towards the door. That's a lot of resources dedicated to one narrow choke point, and they're kind of blocked off. It's going to come any second now. Here it is, running out the door. Crossfire set up. olofmeister gets a double with the help of Nico, and he stands his ground. That's nice. Clothesline onto Aza. Nifty and JKS now rotating over, but they're kind of locked out of this bomb site. They don't have the smokes, and as long as FaZe doesn't peek and just give away free kills, they should be fine.
Nifty with that AWP. Oh, the jump is there. Yep, you can shoot right through. I'm so happy Nifty did that. It's absolutely possible. If you get the right angle, Moses, does 97 damage on the other side.
So not a kill.
Not a kill, but still enough, I think, that'll leave Fuel in an uncomfortable position.
Well, maybe, but not when you have Kerrigan up on rafters and Rain on the electric box and unscoping at the wrong time. Nifty's going to get dropped. It's a nice defense. Renegades trying to abuse that aggression in A main, and it's not going to work out the way they wanted. Another big round from olofmeister on top of the clutch in the previous round, the 1 versus 2. 3-1 FaZe. Another round that Renegades has to sit out.
So normally that kind of a setup for Nico and Olof would be fairly awful, because there's always a chance that you're going to get pushed from Squeak and main. But because they put the smoke into the, like, deep into main, Nico doesn't have to worry about main. And when they come out of that door, then they just all group up. So
there also wasn't like a flashbang or anything for it.
Yeah. So some missing elements there, and I think Renegades just not really ready for that many smokes going into A main. I think they got a little bit frustrated with that.
Let's see if FaZe keeps up that kind of aggression. It's always fun to watch how teams decide to control the map on the CT side of this, since mid can be so difficult to hold. Even if you have like full buys and full utility, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Kerrigan on top of the roof. He's going to be exposed from a lot of different angles if they coordinate this correctly. There's a kill onto Aza, or onto Ustilo. Aza coming out over top. Flashbangs out for Kerrigan. He's relatively safe here. Flash from his teammate as well, but he can't land that shot whatsoever. Great kill from Nifty. Olof stuck out in the open as well.
Yeah, that's a bit silly. Once Kerrigan is down, you sort of, you know, don't at least have, just don't overpeak it at least. But that does give them a 4-3 situation. Sneaking into the middle is Guardian. He really wants this kill with the orb kill, and looked like he maybe could have had it. Switches out for the AK-47 close range. Oh, and I think the railing ate almost all of those bullets against Jacob. That's a little bit awkward. Now can they make anything happen? Nico and Rain are miles from each other.
If Aza has the courage and pushes through and can flank behind the B bomb site, they can really shut this down. But Rain is making such a smart play. He's actually pushing up. He's isolated, and instead of being scared, he pushes up to get information, and he'll have a different angle than they expect. There's no way they check for this. He's going to get at least one. Able to spray down the second, possibly. He does get tagged up. He's down to 6 HP, but he's done his job. Bomb can't even get planted in time, so the round's going to be over. And Aza needs to live. He just needs to hide and survive, and I think he's going to be all right. I doubt they chase after him too heavily, because that's a lot of losses that FaZe just sustained.
That's a frustrating... I mean, Renegades probably weren't expecting to win the round, but once they had a 2 versus 3, and the fact that the 2 CTs were so far apart, you really, really want at least a bomb plant, at least a chance to play for the after plant, and Rain just completely denied that.
This is such a weird map in the sense that it almost like favors, it's like one of those fortune favors the bold type situations. Like if you're willing to push up and be aggressive in situations as CTs where it doesn't seem logical, you can really make it work, and that can be very punishing. A lot of Molotov damage. Renegades going into the flames a bit early without extinguishing them. Damage from the boost does not come through, and actually they've done a good job of forcing back Guardian, forcing back Olaf, but you're not going to keep Guardian away for too long. There's Rain with the kill. Guardian's going to abandon him and let him get whatever he can, and now he's got to do all the work inside the bomb site.
Does have a teammate on top. Kerrigan trying to help him out. Good grenades in, and a missed shot from Guardian. That's dangerous. Every shot he misses, they're going to get a bit closer. There's one more, and then finally running in on headshot. Azar, nifty through the smoke to take down Olof. And Kerrigan and Nico, 2 versus 4. You can always stick around, I feel like, and maybe you could go for that boost that I think Renegades themselves did earlier in the tournament, trying to see if you can get the shot on whoever is standing behind there. But he's not far enough back. You can't really spot out Asa from this position. But yeah, that is actually something we saw Renegades do earlier, and it was quite cool. It is.
It is a very cool little angle, little boost. JKS is actually flanking all the way around a squeaky door in case they were retreating through the A bomb site. They're going to go through CT spawn, though. So a good round from Renegades. All things considered, they did run into some obstacles. I mean, Guardian first peeking and the Molotov damage they took coming through, and then eventually breaking their way into that B bomb site. Some crucial shots missed by Guardian. First advance and then 3 when he gets back to the bomb site. That's uncharacteristic. They won't get that gift too frequently. But an AWP is going to be passed over to Nifty into this next round. There's a lot of money still to burn through on the FaZe side of things, but Renegade's going to be happy so far.
Yeah, big win there. Coming through the vent like that against one guy with an AK or an M4 can be a little bit risky. You can just all get mowed down, but somehow they managed to get the kill on Rain, I believe, holding under it. So that was the beginning, and then weirdly Guardian missing shots.
That's the big thing. Rain in that position is much more effective if Guardian just gets that first kill. And then Renegades comes through. I mean, if Rain gets, you know, yeah, I think he's more likely to double up if Guardian's able to find that first one. There he is recovering from a rough round. They actually boosted into the bomb site. That's a kill into the sunroom.
One of the worst ways to go down. Just feel like you should have known, you should have checked, but it happens rarely enough that you sometimes forget, and there it is.
If you go back to Inferno, Nifty's been picked off a couple times in very frustrating ways.
Yeah.
First, remember that boost with Nico with the Deagle at the half wall?
Yeah.
Guardian had a boost in mid. Now they get boosted over into Sunroom to find that pick. So tough series for him in some ways. Either way, mid control still to Renegades. They are a man down, but this is a nice kind of a consolation prize to have this control. We'll see. Jacob was going to peek up to the A-bomb site, but Guardian takes out his teammate.
Yeah, and I mean, from Jacob's point of view, that's just, I mean, now you're in a lot of trouble. Trying to walk in. Guardian actually looking the wrong way for a minute. Going to be peeking the truck. Oh, that could have been it. But Jacob manages to expose himself to Forklift instead, and he ends up going down. So now 2 versus 5 here, and Renegades need to do some damage. Any damage at this point.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a timeout after this round because Renegades is just getting picked apart. They're not finding any success whatsoever, and every time they take any control of part of the map, they're losing a player. And yeah, you're going to see it here, tactical pause coming out, because that round was a bit ugly in how it played out. They've got to be more and more careful than that.
Yeah, a bit frustrating. Weirdly, 3 of them can buy and 2 of them cannot. On a map like Cash, would you try and go for it? 3 AKs, 2 Tech-9s, Moses. What about those? Why have people forgotten? I feel that's just...
Tech-9s, it's gone, Anders.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. You can use the CZ, though. Here, that's pretty good these days. Deagles. I would say why not go for it if you're Renegades.
I'm just, you know, I would say I was frustrated when the Tech-9s were around, but now that they're not, I kind of miss them, you know.
Do you, though?
A little bit.
You're going to hell.
Yeah, well, at least I'll have the whole talent crew with me, so it'll all be fine. Smoke into A main early on, obviously. Nico alone in the beginning on A bomb site, not really much of a risk, I would say. Looks like they wanted to go for a counter boost. And, oh, it's Kerrigan coming from the other side. Fair enough. I thought maybe they were boosting him up there. But Rain in checkered and, yeah, pretty good mid defense. 3 people in mid, more or less.
Yeah, they had 3 people there to begin with. They're expecting some kind of aggressive play, and they might still get it. There's a lot of crossfires that can be set up. Kerrigan obviously dealing with Aza up top. And that pretty much eliminates the danger. Some Glock bullets coming through the smoke. That's not going to do a whole lot. So it'll be likely a 6th round here. Definitely a 6th round here for FaZe, as Ustillo is the last one left. And now they seem way more warmed up to start this map than starting Inferno.
Yeah, they really do, which is obviously a huge concern for Renegades, who are slowly starting to fall behind here. You notice how Carrigan is using the M4A1. I'm not sure if that's his own or if he picked it up from somebody else, but it's a kind of a rarity nowadays.
Yeah, everyone's gotten back on the M4 A4 hype.
Yeah.
Which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. Hard weapon to balance, because obviously people are sort of asking regularly for how you could update that weapon. But it seems like most changes you'd make would make it like really good, so not always clear.
I don't envy people who have to do weapon balancing in games, because especially for an esports game where one small change can just completely alter the way it's used.
Yeah.
Pros are always going to find a way to abuse it. Well, this is just going to be an A hit. 3 players in main, 1 in door.
That's such a nicely timed flashbang. The Molotov as well, forcing them out right into it. Man, the counter grenades coming out in this bomb site were just really on point. So Renegades, they already used the utility. They kind of have to do something, but they are getting completely squished against the sides here in the A bomb site. Nifty now in a 1 versus 5. So it's really bad. I mean, we talk about this a lot, but they're not just losing the rounds. They're also not really inflicting any damage to FaZe's economy now. 7-2 is the scoreline. Nico with the triple kill. The money really starting to build. Oh my god, oh no.
That's 3 rounds in a row that FaZe have won without losing a single player. So yeah, the money is really, really building at this point.
The problem is when the guy who's playing outside of main throws some smoke that goes all the way over the building, then, you know, obviously the rest of the team is sort of waiting for that to land. And as it does, or as it's just landing, they're all flashed in main. And then right when they get unflashed, the Molotov is down. But now, if they don't push now, then that smoke is going to be kind of irrelevant. So they probably felt like they just had to do it, you know?
Yeah, this is kind of, we're starting to witness what the desk was talking about when it's like, you know, why pick Cache? Because it is a very strong map for FaZe. And you can see why. They're just starting to beat up. When you have this much open space, all these different duelists on the team, they're going to love this. You combine it with the fact that on the CT side, no one from FaZe is afraid to rotate. Like, that previous round that A-Hit comes in, there's 4 players from FaZe there very, very quickly. Guardian with an AWP is up on balcony. Nico and Olafmeister at the site in the forklift. I mean, there's just people everywhere.
Yeah, they are having much too much of a fun time. But who is going to ruin it for Renegade? Somebody has to step it up. I think this is where you need some of those heavy players to sort of come in and you know, just knock the legs out from under FaZe in just 1 round, you know? Yeah. They've sort of tried to have Jacob come up the highway, which I think is, I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea.
It's not, but the problem is you lost Usilo that round to Guardian and with the AWP. And now you have Rain, who, if he's feeling this comfortable to push up this entire length.
That's the bomb at 30 seconds, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this round's over. But this is what you have to stop. So I think Renegades, they've got to find some way to pick up the pace. It's going to be tough because, as we mentioned, FaZe's economy is so strong. They're going to have all the nades they could need. But you want to do something so that you're not getting picked off. If that's your main issue, is just, you know, getting whittled down by guys like Rain or guys like Guardian taking peeks, taking fights, you need to just kind of line up and do something a little bit quicker. Try some of those rounds, those cheeky rounds where you have your own 1 pop flash that you throw it through your opponent's smoke and see what happens. They're kind of like what they did on the eco round. But it seems like at the moment, straight up fighting them is not going very well.
No, a different story from the Inferno one, where it was a close game, almost all of it, and now you can tell that FaZe 6-round lead, but the bank that they're building is absolutely enormous at this point. Yeah. They're going to be able to buy for quite a long time here, even if Renegades start to turn it. Looks like a boost up. Do I have to say it, Moses?
Yeah, you can spam that spot. The boost, you can spam it.
There we go.
Well, here we go. They're going to try a hit again, but the difference this time, instead of a player at door, they're going to have Usilo come up mid-late. Nifty's here as well. This boost might just ruin everything, though. Jacob looks like he wants to turn the corner. Here come the utility. No one's clearing it. No one even knows. Good trade from Mazza, though. Usilo just now making his move, and Nifty guarding the back. This could be nice, but Nico is ending everything. 2 kills for him. Kerrigan gets 1 with his assist. And it's just Nifty, with not much to do but die.
Some of that spam that came through the smoke, it just sort of lagged people and slowed them down enough that their entry out of the smoke was so slow, you know, like they were sort of like fumbling their way through the smoke. So that's just incredibly unfortunate. 11 kills for Rain, 11 kills for Olafmeister. Good combo to have working. Everybody else is pretty close behind anyway. So maybe that's not a big difference. 9-2 is the scoreline here, and moving into the 12th round.
What can you say about this one, Anders?
I mean, I'm really searching in my mind for what is going to put an end to FaZe here in the first half, and I'm not sure I'm finding that many options at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh wow, the
that's
wallbang.
dirty.
That's really dirty.
I actually feel a little bit bad after that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
guilty from having seen it.
Well, look at what else is ready to go up, follow up behind it. Rain is here. Olaf is in the vents as well, and might not even get to Olaf because Guardian's shutting things down.
It's not even that you saw it, Moses, that you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it a little bit too.
He looks so content.
He does.
He's just like, yeah.
It's like, my job is easy
I
right now.
love coaching this team.
Not bad at all. 10-2, and it's the 13th round. Now they can buy again on Renegades. Nifty pick off with the AWP. That's an opening. That seems like it's the sort of thing that should be possible.
They've tried it a couple times, I feel. Haven't really seen it come to too much. He's going to get it boosted up. He'll have a chance. Olaf is at sandbags. Rain is going to be in vents, and Kerrigan going to be at the highway box. So there's an opportunity. There's a timing here where we could peek and find Olaf in the open, but it's not quite going to happen. So he'll be tested. He'll get a chance to find something for his team. Maybe this is the one thing that hasn't been tested too much for Renegades or tried too much for Renegades is just give Nifty, 40 seconds to try and find a pick and mid.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Where Olaf is, you can also shoot through the stairs, Moses, with the AWP. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, here he comes. You can also shoot straight down on Olaf if you check it.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Oh god, he's right on top of him right now. Olaf not quite aware. Oh, but he is.
He's looking up.
Straight up. Rain being called in to help out. That's going to take most of Nifty's attention away. And Olaf still waiting. That engagement never happened, at least not yet. 40 seconds on the clock, and then just now in the middle, waiting to pick up the bomb. I'm really worried about the clock in this round. They need to make their move. Rain is alone over at checkered. Maybe there's a chance.
They're all spread out, though. I mean, Oz is all the way at door. Nifty's now in A main, and Olaf is making his move in mid. He's going to start flanking. JKS might catch him, but you don't have a lot of time to allow Nifty to pick. There's Olaf. That's a good find from JKS, trying to fake the death cam as well. But here it comes. Smoke towards highway. And actually, they're going to rotate all the way. They don't have time for this.
No.
They're giving up.
They're going to rotate into the next round. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I feel like that kind of thing happening is a sign that
they're out of ideas. That
yeah.
They just don't really know what's going on. You've got about 4 players on this FaZe side that have, essentially 16,000. The only thing they're spending money on is rebuying nades.
They're so rich, Moses. They could just buy anything they want.
Yeah.
Negevs?
Bill Gates rich.
Yeah, maybe not quite. I feel like that still takes a little while, But yeah, why not an auto sniper or a Negev?
I mean, that's just a little bit BM, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the reason I want it.
That's the point.
Yeah. Could send a message,
Yeah, maybe last round. Maybe they'll do like 5 Negevs last round.
Get the fans riled up.
Yeah.
That's what you love.
Send Reddit into a fit of rage.
Yeah, they can't do that. 14th round.
Classic.
Going to be coming in here, and yeah, I would say a moment where Renegades look at least like they're a little bit shell shocked, and who can blame them? Like they've tried many different things, but the defense for FaZe is just impenetrable.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is after that last match, ooh, that's a good find from JKS. Finally, something to smile about for Renegades, an opening pick. I was going to say that the unfortunate thing was after Inferno, when we had kind of had our between map breaks, went to get a bottle of water, and the Renegades were all like laughing and smiling, and like they were very happy with the effort they put out. That they could have almost won that. I don't think there's going to be too much of that after this game.
Doesn't feel like it. Kerrigan's got the good angle. Ooh, almost gets taken, or misses a shot there.
Oh,
God. Is he going to try and go? There we go. Bit of confusion for a minute.
That was like a good 4 seconds there where he could have just been destroyed, taken out of the fight. Yeah, despite the fact that it's 5-on-4, there's a lot of damage done to these Renegades players. A couple of them, JKS, Jacob, and Ustilo, are softened up to be double kills. Although all the kills go their way. So good find, and Olaf now realizes he's got to do something. And Guardian in control of the B bomb site. 40 seconds, he's here. There's one kill. Nifty's pinned him down. He's getting flanked out. He's not even aware. So finally, Renegades, they get a third round. And it had been a long time. It had been 7 rounds straight for FaZe.
Yeah, but that's worth celebrating. That was Carrigan trying to push out of the B bomb site, and he ran into 3 of them. So if he got 1 of those or 2 of those kills, it would have been a little bit interesting. But ultimately, around where FaZe, the defense doesn't really hold, and as a result, because they get pushed out of middle so much, they sort of try and take a couple of risks, and those don't work, and then there's nothing left. 11-3, 15th round coming up here. Double up on the FaZe side. Again,
though, your success isn't consistently going to be in that fashion. A lot of those kills come from FaZe making the move into your crosshair. Look at Kerrigan. This is dirty. This is cruel and unusual. But he falls back.
Supreme Court won't be happy. And Kerrigan not going to get flash from that one, but they are right on top of him, and you still are not checking it to his detriment. There is another boost coming in, and Kerrigan obviously wasn't ready for that.
What when that boost got up? Guardian apparently not in time to protect Kerrigan from above. Nico's alone at A, but he's peering into A main. He's got an AWP as well, so he's got a lot of ground to cover, and that's a good pick from Nifty. Finally, Guardian tries to get some information, tries to take a fight. And it looks like it's going to be Rain who's being split, who has all the pressure on him.
Yeah, there's a Molotov, so get the first kill. Maybe he could buy some time for the rest of the team to show up. Oh, but nice little strafe coming out of the vent to dodge the bullets, and that grenade is going to go on the wrong side. Somehow that's a kill from Olofmeister, as they're backing up right into it. But they still have the man advantage. It's still a 2-on-3. The bomb is down, and Nico and Olofmeister, they have a couple of grenades. If they can force an early kill, definitely possible. They're going to go for the boost, and got to be very careful here. Jacob, they've used this themselves, and the boost gets collapsed. Jacob with a double kill in the round, leaving Nico. He is just jumping around on the other side. Knife him, Moses.
No reason not to go for it. Is the last round of the half. Got the Deagle out, which is a mini op in his hands. He's got 2. Nifty now in the open is going to shut that down, but
there wouldn't have been time anyway, but imagine if he'd hit the 3rd shot. That would have been lovely. That's the first half done here on Cash. 11-4 in favor of FaZe Clan. And just a really, really solid first half for them. There's no getting around it. Renegades, they are going to have a nightmare to try and get back into this second half here. I mean, I don't know what it will take, but it's going to take a lot.
Especially because the CT side can be just so difficult.
Yeah.
Those last 2 rounds of the half were the first 2 that Renegades was able to string together. Everything else had been, you remember, they won pistol round as well.
Oh, don't remind me. That makes it even...
Makes it worse?
It does. A little bit. Yeah, but they're going to be quite happy on the FaZe side, obviously. Did see the massive upset in the last game with Liquid beating SK Gaming. Who would have thought twice Moses would have almost been too much, right? Second upset.
Oh, yeah. That's just craziness. At that point, you just start to shut the event down. Just call it.
Just call it. Say, listen, something went wrong. Yeah, the simulation has been unwieldy as of late. It's been difficult to keep it under control.
It's been great for me. Here comes the hit. Standard towards the A bomb site. Much like Renegades in their pistol run, you still force into the open, into the Deagle and the Glock of Rain, and now it's just Azza in the site. And turning the corner, Rain's just taking them all out. He's got some good headshots, some good clean kills. 3 from him. JKS still at the corner. Guardian pushing through. Does eventually go down. And Rain not chasing after the ace whatsoever. Still being honest here. And Olaf, surely he's going to be the assassin that really ends this. This is the dagger play.
It is, especially because they know they're not coming up middle, so that's just such a lot of information to work with. Rain already with the quad, and that's going to be the triple. That's going to be the most that he gets here. Olaf with the last 2, and that will be 12-4. Man, what a rough game it's been for Ustilo. In that kind of position, when the Molotov lands, he's like, oh, I mean...
What do I do?
This won't be easy.
No.
There's the 12-4 scoreline. Picking up the AKs, not even going for the SMGs. They want to finish this game quick.
Yeah, and unfortunately, well, you also have the kind of knowledge that Renegades, they have to buy into this one.
Yeah.
Nifty's going to save because he wants the AWP. That's you know, a piece of the puzzle they would like, but you have to invest if you're Renegades because the lead is just far too much for FaZe. You can't sit these rounds out and expect to come back from, you know, 4 to 14 or whatever it might be. You want to try and turn this one on its head, and if you can't win it here, then the next time you save and you rely on the gun rounds and you take the chance. But fair play to Renegades. Also stacking all 4 upgraded pistols and armor players at the A bomb site. So if it goes B, they're just going to bring them to the next round and try again.
Yeah, fair enough call, I think. Of course, as luck would happen, it will be the other side. So Nifty's going to call it in, but you're right. There's no reason why they would rotate to try and retake with the armor and pistols. That would be a silly move. And smoke is going to be repositioned for Nifty to be blocked out for another 15 seconds-ish. So kind of an uneventful round.
Yeah, for the most part. You can understand why, though. I mean, the logic of it is just Renegades trying to do everything they can to win this. Another, what do you call it, drunken stumble boost?
Stumble boost, like that. Obviously, you can run boost people up on high. Yeah,
I always love seeing it, and I want to see it like used in a round where it would be like, you know, the play that saves the day.
Yeah, like a 2v2.
But it's such like a risky thing to try and pull off. You'd have to take the bomb site so quickly.
Yeah, I mean there's some really obvious risks to that kind of play. No luck in getting the spam through the wall. It's 13-4. I mean, this is just such an immense lead. Renegades still unable to buy, but at least they saved the C75s. What do you do with them, though? Stack a bit of bomb site again, or go for some adventurous play here? Nobody's reached the 10-kill mark here for Renegades.
I know. Well, we remember there was that stretch where FaZe hadn't lost anyone in like a stretch of 3 rounds. So that's pretty hard to swallow. And maybe that's kind of what's gone wrong a little bit. We talked somewhat about how Renegades tactically wasn't able to get anything going. Maybe they had some good ideas, and just if no kills come out, just nothing works. So again, I mean, as lame as it might sound, it's just kind of good Counter-Strike that, you know, the CZs with the full armor at the other bomb site. I would even say don't even go for this, because then you'd have to rebuy the armor in the next round. Just keep the $1,000 in your armor and use it to buy utility. I
mean, the reward for trying to retake this is probably going to be next to nothing, right? So they're going to try anyway. TyLoo and Jacob picking up a couple of good kills. In fact, Jacob with a double is not bad at all. Making it a little bit close. They almost get the kill on Rain, but in the end, TyLoo, without the defuse kit, has to just try and force Carrigan into it. If he had landed that headshot, yeah, Rain would still have been close enough to stop the plant, actually, or stop the defuse. So great attempt, a lot of damage output. They didn't win the round, and I think that was really the critical part of it.
Yes. And now you're going to see the result. Light on nades, light on kits. Nifty's got that off, but it's going to have to do some massive, massive damage. It's been a brilliant map for FaZe. After starting slow in Inferno, they seem to have arrived, and much to the dismay of Renegades. 14-4.
Put a nice spin on this, Moses. Give me, finish this sentence for me.
All right.
They might be behind 10 rounds, but at least
Inferno was okay. What is this? Some crazy Mad Libs you want to play?
Listen, I'm just trying to figure out what the upside is right now. I just can't see it.
I don't have any upside for you on Cash. I was really pleased with how they played Inferno, though. I thought that was very, very cool. Which is surprising, because this is the Renegades pick.
They're behind 10 rounds, but at least the alcohol is cheap.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah, that means shoeies will be cheap.
Yeah. Good thing Top Gun's not here. Maybe he can handle it. Didn't he fall and break his...
Yeah, something was wrong with his leg.
Saw that like on the news and everything.
Like it was like pretty bad.
Yeah, that looked... yeah, that was... Hope he's doing better.
Yeah, if he's watching his old mates play, hope you get better soon, Top Gun.
Yeah, what a great guy. 45 seconds, trying to get onto the bomb side. That's a nice Molotov to the forklift, forcing Jacob out right into Nico's crosshair. But YuStillo and Asa trying to return. Nico just running onto the side, getting a triple kill. It's so hard to stop this kind of play.
Yeah, it's almost not fair having a player of Nico's caliber on the team. Olaf right around the corner. Nifty checks it, but wasn't truly prepared for it. And I want to see that those Nico kills. That is dirty. That's a massive angle to spin to and respond with immediately.
And you're going to be upset at that because that's a pretty good A defense, you know? One guy forked, two side.
I mean, it was even going very well up until Nico arrived, right? It's like Superman shows up right at the correct moment.
15-4, the 20th round. Huge gap between the two teams. FaZe 1 round away from making it to the semi-finals, where they are looking like they're going to be a really tough opponent for anybody right now.
Yeah, they will be playing the winner of Natus Vincer versus Astralis.
Oh, missed shot from Nifty. Not clear how much you can see for the smoke. Yeah, that's going to be a great game regardless. Nifty trying for the headshot, might as well, but only tags up Carrigan. Now 5 versus 3, and FaZe looking. I mean, there's no hesitation on them right now. They just want this game to end quick.
Yeah, and they know they have all the advantages as well in terms of utility. That's a nice flash, though. That's a nice play from Renegades. Unfortunately, only nets them one. Flashbang coming from the A bomb site. Even one more, and that's a great counter flash, but a blind kill comes out for YuStillo. Rain's going to swing next with the AK. Or excuse me, that's Nico with the kill. That's from Door. Why not? He was dead one of two ways. And JKS has been spotted out. So this will be the final kill. Not quite yet, but in a 1-on-2, he's got to make his way all the way up to the A bomb site. He's got a UMP, needs to swap that out for something. Picks up the AK. He's got no kit, 2 flashbangs, and has to go through a smoke. It's dire scenes here, especially as Nico makes his play.
Oh, he's waiting. Why are they pushing him? That's so dangerous. And there's the kill on JKS. The headshot from Nico, the double. And that's now FaZe in the semifinals here, the SLTV StarSeries I-League.